Ladies and gentlemen, to the SLTV Star Series I-League Season 4. It will be SK and Team Liquid here. In a best of 3, the playoffs have finally begun. It's been a really, really long road to get here. So you've been put to the test, and now all you've got to do is do it one more time here. NaV already closing up connector with a big Molotov there. That is going to be a little bit important, denying some of the map control or mid control here for SK Gaming, although no smoke in window means they pretty much still know what's going on. That smoke to CT spawn means they're going to be trying to run a bit of a distraction. This is actually a wild round coming out of Team Liquid. Kind of hard for SK to read, and indeed you can tell, Fallen of all players in the whole world, the one to get caught off guard by that one, trying to push through the window. Elige going to make the jump on over. That is quite smooth. If he fails it, he's going to be a long way away from his teammates. And they take down Fur in the meantime. So a 4 versus 3 here for the retake of SK Gaming. What a cool pistol round. Yeah, it really was. They pulled the rotations away just so they could get into this B bomb site, and now they've got it under control. Taco, Bolts, and coldzera all in market. And they're being kept back by these Glocks. They're being kept at bay, and there's no mistakes for Team Liquid. SK Gaming is biding their time, hoping someone comes into the open. They can get a nice headshot to open things up for this retake, and it's just not happening. This is beautiful from Team Liquid. A superb pistol round, a phenomenal strategy to bring out the full SK. Yeah, when you're watching the demo or the replay tomorrow, Sean Gaz, because you went to go to sleep, that's the round that we want to see broken down. Yeah. What a beautiful round. I mean, that was so sick. They throw the smoke towards the ticket booth at the A bomb site towards CT spawn stairs to deny information to Bolts, who is playing there. They get aggressive towards Fallen over in jungle and window room, and when they pick him off, the 2 B players have to rotate away from that site because that's the kind of feeling of an A hit. That's the kind of feeling you get when they're going to plant the bomb at that A bomb site. So 2 players basically get a stroll into the B site with no cares in the world. Just very well done. Bold strategy to run against SK Gaming as well. Given the firepower on that side of the line, you have to think taking some of those individual fights in window, for instance, and sort of towards the jungle area could go horribly wrong, but it did not. coldzera trying for the 1 deke, but he's going to get denied that follow-up grenade as well. And obviously SK Gaming bought into this round. That seems to have just become the standard, more or less. I like this push from Fallen and Bolts, though. Yeah, this is what Liquid's going to have to worry about throughout this entire half, and that's a nasty little off angle for Fallen. We'll see how Steel handles it. Going to turn the corner, sees nothing yet. This is the bomb as well. If Steel goes down, this round could get very dicey. Fallen realizes, though, with no pressure anywhere on the map, he need not move. And the nice thing now is with Twist and Elige rotating back towards Steel, even if one player goes down, surely they can trade it, but then again, it is the CZ, so you just never know. There's Elige. That's a great headshot, great opening kill. Information is gathered from Fallen, but the B stack is going to remain. There's 30 seconds left, and the bomb is running in that direction. This, all of a sudden, looks very scary for Liquid. Yeah, I was getting worried for a minute as well because I thought that maybe it was a flashbang on Taco, but it is a decoy, so you have to think it might be a little bit less worrisome. Still, 15 seconds means they can't really afford to spend too much time fighting this 3-man stack. 10 seconds now on the clock as they start to make their way in. Steel down on the low ground. Taco hitting a headshot on Elige. That was so close. 5 seconds, and the bomb. Oh no, were they a little bit late? They were. They have to get that kill. I don't think they would have got that. I think they would have lost that round. We need bloody hell a slow motion of that because I actually thought they were planting once they got the kill on Taco. I thought, all right, they're planting already. When they encountered resistance, I think Steel tapped the bomb to pull people out of their hiding spots, to pull SK out, and I don't think he got back down in time. He did get 1 kill, but I don't think he got it in time, and thankfully, I mean, that fake plan, I guess, forced the commit out of everyone from SK, and they were able to take him down, but what a call to rotate back towards the B bomb site with like 28 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but either way, we can move on, because it worked. It did work, Moses, so that's the only thing that really matters at the end, I suppose. Weird fight for NaV to lose there to the USP. A couple of great headshots from Bolts, obviously, but probably shouldn't have ended up that way. Elige is going to take down Taco, and because they're out of armor here on the CT side, they are getting picked apart rather quickly, as you can tell. A little bit of trouble here for Steel. Slightly getting overrun. Oh, actually, that's a great hold. Yeah, that's just very impressive. Down to 6 health, but they managed to pick it up, and that'll be a 3rd round for Team Liquid on the board. SK Gaming going immediately for buy here in the 4th round, which you would expect, but it is a lackluster one. Yeah, it is. It's a bit weaker. Fallen obviously investing in that 2nd round, so he's not going to have the AWP. They have 1 kit that is on Fallen. He gives up grabbing a smoke so we can have that kit.
So team player there, but they do have smokes in the other 4 guys. We'll see how this one goes. Going to be a default setup for Team Liquid. They love punishing the B bomb site, by the way, on low economy. But look at this push from SK, and this is what I said. This is priority 1 for Liquid, and so far they're not handling it well. There's the kill eventually for Fur. This has to punish them. Alish popping out of underpass. He got to grab that kill, but he's not able to, and this is beautiful. A great crunch from SK Gaming into the mid portion.
Yeah, they almost got baited to try and punish that retreat, and then once they did that, they just ended up fighting one at a time and got picked apart. That's obviously super frustrating, because I think any one of those, especially the push out of underpass, could have definitely worked.
Yeah.
Could have caught both those players falling back, and that would have been a great 2-for-1 trade. But
they had to get that kill immediately because there was an SK player rotating in towards the connector. So I mean, someone from SK was going to annihilate them. NaV just has to hope for some kills here. That's a good start on the Fallen. A nice headshot. Plant would be epic, and is he going to clear out Bolts? No. Double dink from Bolts is going to end things, and 4 players survive in that first gun round, and that hurts Team Liquid. You want to deal that economic damage, so they're not going to be able to really punish any of the money situation for SK, and it'll be interesting to see what Liquid decides to do, because Steel's got 8,000. He can drop over some pistols, which I imagine would be likely. And Pause coming out, probably to talk that exact scenario over.
Yeah, fair enough then. I like the fact that I hope that NaV can get into the game early on, because he was a lot of fun to watch earlier in the tournament. When he had a good start, he was really just rolling, especially on this map. He was just rolling into the bomb sites and hitting headshots. So these early games are always a bit interesting. I mean, we've seen teams in the past have really slow starts where the whole first map is just a wash because they can't really get it up and running. I feel like that last round, even though you hope it isn't the beginning of that pattern where SK just wins 7 rounds in a row, but
you never know, do you?
But I feel like if I was Liquid, I wouldn't be. They were trying to react to the fact that there was a push to top mid, and then the timing was off by maybe 3 seconds or something. So like it could have definitely worked out for them. Just Steel, in fact, picking up the AK.
Yeah, I said he had 8K, so that's kind of what he's doing. He's buying because he's got plenty of money to kind of get him in sync with his teammates, even with the AK-47. And then obviously you have a chance to cause some damage or open things up. They have to stop it this time. Steel going to be put under a lot of pressure, although Fur is going to pause. Keeps inching his way forward. We'll see what decision he makes. He's alone in mid now, and this is only Fur makes this play, it feels like. Steel won't even see that, so this is poised to be a disaster here.
Yeah. Any team that plays SK has to find a way to deal with Fur. He is world-renowned for exactly this aggressive style, and it almost doesn't matter how many times you see it. It just feels so unlikely that he's going to keep doing it. But his success rate is really high, and the position that he's in now is going to be devastating when Steel walks up. Walking in, you can tell he's got no fear in the world about checking that angle, and oh my god. This is just unbelievable, isn't it?
I mean, look, this is just so much information gathered. Like, SK knows they don't have to worry about mid. And there's the peek out, there's the kill. Nitro needs to trade this gun switch, and he's going to be able to recover in time. Going for more, and he's going to get it. That's 2 rounds now. Fur pushes up towards mid and essentially ruins the plans of Team Liquid.
Yeah, and Steel must have felt somewhat confident that he had that under control because he'd been peeking the angle the whole time.
Yep.
But just unfortunate this time. Fur with the triple, and the rest get cleaned up by SK Gaming. So 2-3 for the scoreline, moving into the 6th round. And they do have money to buy, except on Nitro, but I think they'll be fine. I think they should just accept it and sort of make that work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can get 4 rifles out. You can even get an AWP if you wanted it, which they're not going to do quite yet. I liked that interview Zeus gave about that situation where he said, you know, they've wanted to move away from the typical op kind of style for some time now. Just wanted to have players who were versatile and were able to adapt and pick it up if need be. But for the most part, they wanted players who could have 5 rifles. And it's always kind of been a knock on JDM's game, despite some of the performances he's had with the AWP, has been his deficiencies with the rifle. So it makes sense.
Well, if you build your game around it, and then you have a game where the one guy who's like the cornerstone of that strategy is somehow not there for whatever reason, that's obviously hard for everybody to deal with. That's a nice shot. Twist going to be taking down Fur in the window. That does give a lot of space in the middle. Or deep Molotov in. Fallen, not quite getting tagged by it. It would have had to have been up on the box. They do still have a 3-man stack here, but Twist again opening up and taking down coldzera. Looking a lot better now. Bolts almost goes down to that one. Twist and drop next, and Fallen with a big double kill. Steel could only get the one, and now it's on NaV. He's got the time here. A massive 1 versus 2 for him to win if he can pick it up.
What a great stack from SK Gaming. They read that play perfectly, and Liquid is going to be so confused why SK had 3 defenders inside of the A bomb site.
Look at how passively they're playing this one. Right now, Bolts is waiting because he knows Taco is going to be on the flank anyway. And hearing the bomb, Taco, just walks out. But he's going to have the timing regardless to take down NaV. So hard for NaV to know that that was going to happen, if not impossible.
Yeah.
I think one thing is the 3-man stack. It's the 3-man stack and you kill the guy in the window that makes you think, but that should have been one of the A defenders, theoretically.
But how?
But how? And you get the 2 entries, so you definitely think, wow, this is easy now.
Yeah, you think someone's in CT spawn, surely, but you're not ready for Fallen to still be inside the bomb site is the big thing. So, I mean, he was the one who shut things down with a really well-timed double kill. And then, obviously, that next player in CT spawn, as soon as your player on Team Liquid swings out of balcony, or, I mean, excuse me, a palace onto the balcony to clear out Fallen, he's pretty much taken down for free. So Liquid getting outplayed a little bit there. First 2 rounds for SK Gaming won by Fur and Aggression. Second round won by a very nice stack towards the A bomb site. Only pistols here for Liquid, and NaV's doing his best to give them a chance.
On the positive side, they did actually get the entries, which I think some teams don't even really succeed in doing that against SK Gaming. So I mean, if you can rebuild the beginning of that round and say, okay, let's get 1 kill in middle and then do something from that, you know, you're on the right path.
Let's get all the same kills and then just win.
And just win.
Yeah, it's easy, isn't it? There's a boost into window room. Elige is going to have a flank on Fur, and he's going to actually open things up. So now he knows where Fur is. He's not falling back, and he needs that kill. He's got it. Just recovers the recoil right at the end, but the AWP, there's nothing to block him off, and there's a bullet from Steel right to the face with that deagle, and now a 1-on-2 as Bolts handles business in CT spawn, and Taco, very fortunate coming through the murder hole, down to 8 HP, but again, it seemed like it was possible.
Bolts is just such a solid player.
Yep.
It's just a real joy to watch. Like, I feel like they aren't always the most sort of flashy kills. They can be, but I feel like a lot of the time he's just putting in the basic work.
Flashy kills are overrated, Anders.
They are overrated, aren't they?
Yeah.
We obviously love them, but yeah, he's just playing great anchorage on that A-bomb site. All right. coldzera jumping out. Very aggressive, very hard to read, especially when you have those 2 grenades up in the middle. You're probably not going to be expecting someone to be up on that railing. Now they look like they want to crunch this A-bomb side. Coming out quick, Fallen. The close defender by, going to be very tricky for him to stay alive down here. Does get the spray on 1. Bolts and Fallen again going for the spray, almost getting the triple. That would have been close. Does go down, and Fur is very low on health here. 1 bullet through, and there it is. Nitro, thanks. Setting it up nicely. Taco tries again, and this time he does go all the way down. Weirdly, they've managed to secure the middle of the map, and if Bolts falls back right now, that could be the end. Indeed, it will be. NaV will pick him off. What a great turnaround. And all they have to do is beat maybe the best player in the world right now. 1 versus 2.
Yeah, shouldn't be hard. Yeah, it was funny. I mean, where do they go from here? That's the thing that Cold has to ask himself: is are they going to go A or B? And actually, if he had kept that angle, he might have been able to pick off Nitro, who crossed over, but now smoked out. This was a really nice timing from Team Liquid. Somehow, though, I mean, the communication that Fallen was underneath the balcony just never seemed to come in. No one reacted to it. He was able to get live for far too long. coldzera has decided if he wants to go for it. The money is starting to get bruised with some of these losses they've taken.
It almost felt to me like the fact that Fallen didn't swing out convinced them that, well, then probably nobody's there. And then, you know, by the time he did, it was like they couldn't really call it in. But I agree, like, it did seem like something should have happened.
Regardless, another nice, great recovery in the round for Team Liquid, and finally they pull one in their favor. They get over the hump and actually win the round, which is beautiful. They did hit that execute on a time when there was a double op set up for SK, and both of the ops were outside of the A bomb site. Neither of them were there to defend against that attack. Taco is over towards the B bomb site. coldzera was on catwalk. I think Taco's got to be careful moving forward how he rotates over to A. That's 2 rounds in a row now he's come through that murder hole when the site's already been lost. And he's been almost taken out the first time, and that time definitely was punished.
Yeah, Definitely want to be a bit careful with that. It's great to see that we have the audience. It's pretty early, so, you know, sometimes people don't show up early on, Moses.
There's a McDonald's down the street. Get some hash browns.
That's exactly right. Don't tempt me, Moses. It's,
they have deep fried cheese balls for breakfast here as well.
You're just the worst friend, aren't you? I mean, just trying to be a reasonable human being, and here you are.
Deep fried cheese balls.
One of America's gifts to the world, isn't it?
Yeah. We do love balls. Nice shot from Taco. He's going to fall away into the site. Going to grab a new angle there. Sees the gun barrel. He's buying time in another one. No utility. Has been able to touch him, and he's handling this perfectly. A third kill from Taco. And NaV can't find the kill. Does tag him down. Steel and NaV have to somehow recover into this round.
Yeah, and the longer Taco stays here, and you have to appreciate the fact that he's already got the triple, so there's no reason why he has to do all the rest of it. Although he is sneaking out. Does get exposed from the window. Steel will drop him. Still, he did so much. And obviously, that's a sign of massive concern if you're on Team Liquid. The fact that Taco's the one out-AWPing you. That obviously should be a little bit scary. Now, 2 versus 3. Oh, and that's a good shot for NaVi, taking down one. Turning around for the flashbang. Fur does make the crossover to the left-hand side. Might be able to get the angle, and indeed he will. Now, a bit long range here, but still works out. Slowly picking him apart. Pellet by pellet, Moses.
Yeah, that was nice, though. I mean, that was even great for Team Liquid to get those 3 kills at the end. They're going to be forced back onto the save, but what a champion Taco is in this round with the positioning, and as you said, just staying alive. Grabbing a new angle, and every time he gets a new angle, he gets a new kill. It makes it look easy. I guess I didn't pay attention enough to the economy at the beginning of the game, or the beginning of that round for Liquid, but it didn't seem like they actually had anything to force Taco away. Once they even got into the bomb site, they didn't have any Molotovs or the pillar, any flashbangs.
Yeah, remember I think it was HellRaisers who kept Molotoving that position. Like, they actually double Molotov the back of the B bomb site like that, and we said that was great, more people should do it, and then no one did. Oh! Liege to take down Bolts, that's interesting. Twist really wants to help out his team, but he's stuck behind that Molotov, and that's a gap in the smoke, and Fur is going to absolutely exploit that to the detriment of Team Liquid, although Steel will find the kill back. Headshot on Fallen in CT spawn, so taking a bit of damage. If they can get one more kill and a bomb plant here, that would be great for Team Liquid. Nice boost in CT spawn there, trying to look over the box, hard for them to read. Now they found out, Steel, they're both watching it. Bomb plant here is going to be almost impossible. Walking in towards Taco, and he missed. Oh, he did get the chance. Fallen will still take him down, but that's an expensive round.
It is, but again, I mean, that's a force-up for Team Liquid in a scenario where they didn't have a whole lot of money, so they're going to have to sit one of these out. It has been a phenomenal run for SK Gaming. It's a 6-1 stretch of this game that has given them a massive lead. Especially when you consider it's not too massive in terms of the numbers, but this is going to have to be around that Liquid sits out. So should be able to extend that to 7-4, and then you have Team Liquid in an awkward area of buying. Now the money's not great for SK, but they've shown they've been well positioned on the defense to kind of counter everything that Team Liquid's done. They've always had a good number of players at the point of attack.
Yeah, he didn't get the first one, Moses. You have to expect that he's going to get the second one.
Yeah. Nitro
tempting Fallen. Taco, ooh, good return. Getting kills in rounds like these is so big, because SK Gaming are sort of gambling on the fact that they can make up for the previous round and just sort of have a nice smooth ride here. Bomb goes down, a little bit extra money. Fur might be able to close it out with this SMG. Very mobile indeed. Oh, but Twist and Liege come in with a couple of big kills. What's happening? SK Gaming really need to win this round clean. And indeed, they lose 3 players and give up the bomb plant. What a big win here for the American side.
They're doing everything they can to stay in this game, and they actually are doing a very good job of it. They've got to go salvage the AWP on SK's side of things. But Liquid's doing a good job of really curbing the amount of money they can build up behind these buys, and that plant's going to help them out massively into this next round. So SK is about to be tested once again, and even in some losing efforts, Liquid has looked solid. And with the pistol round win, this isn't a bad half whatsoever at this point in the game.
I mean, if they pick up this round, there's at least a chance they can bounce from 4 to 6, and that would they would have a really solid first half on their hands. So we've seen this many times before, and I feel like when you've got SK this close to ecoing, if you want to beat them, you have to convert these rounds to wins. Because if you keep letting them by, slim chance you are going to be able to win the map overall. Now coldzera hiding inside of the smoke that Liquid put up. And they have fallen behind covering, so dangerous setup here in the middle.
Yeah, when does coldzera choose to fall back? Some flashbangs come out from Liquid, force him away from top mid, and that smoke clearing out, but Fallen's still here. And actually, they go even without a smoke there. That's a great shot from coldzera. Drops Nitro. If it's not the op, it's going to be a clean headshot from Cold from Catwalk. Oh, Naf has entered into the A bomb site. He's got great angles, and actually there's Molotovs everywhere.
Yeah, Fallen not moving for the Molotov, and Naf just maybe a little bit early, but hard for him to know what would have happened there. 4 versus 3 now. Still a minute left.
Oh, a couple missed shots from Fallen. You don't see that too often. He goes for more. He's forced out by the flames. Twist gonna lurk up. He needs to find Fur before his teammates get in. There it is, just in time, and now the A bomb site is open. They've got to watch the flank. Taco's here and coldzera pushing through window. SK still a chance to recover in this 2-on-3.
Absolutely massive play from Twist to come in with that flank, and there's Elige taking down Taco. coldzera, even though they're low on health, I'm not sure he even knows. I think he did some of that damage through the smoke, so not clear that he really realizes at this point. Cold wants to fall down, but dropping out of that window is going to make noise, and that will give up the game. So instead, he's going to save and try and get the exit kills. That's a huge round for Team Liquid.
I really like the adjustment to go back towards that A hit. Just for reference, that play from Naf, that's not a strategy that's designed for him to do that. That's the knowledge that SK Gaming, when they've been playing a lot of rounds with bolts towards CT spawn all on his own. They've been playing a big retake. So he makes the play to try and get more once he finds that kill, because he kind of knows he's got the space to work with. So he tries to get that for his team. Obviously picked off by Fallen, which forces some of the rotations on the CT side to defend that site more heavily. But the lurk from Twist in mid is just perfectly timed. At a certain point, you have to pause and wait and trust your teammates are going to be able to get that one kill, which they did onto Fallen, that pulls Fur's attention away.
Tactical timeout being pulled out here from SK Gaming, and we did say that they were going to have to eco, but they actually defy us in that, Moses. They decide to go for it anyway, which maybe isn't a huge shock, but it does mean they're going to have almost no grenades at all, Scout and a UMP.
Yeah, it's not an eco, but it is very dilapidated by, very busted. Very light on utility as well. And that's all they can scrape together, dropping some weapons over. This is where you'd expect someone like Fur to get back to that aggressive kind of play. Remember, he'd never been stopped when he was aggressive in mid. He got those opening 2 rounds at the beginning of the half, and he was content with that. Wonder now if the lack of utility and, not a great arsenal to toy with behind him if he decides to get aggressive again. Bolt's again going to be alone at the A bomb site to open things up. Fur is going to play passively, but he's going to be in connector. Oh, coldzera and Fallen. Look at this. This is the play they want to set up here.
Oh, but Naf is spotting it. He was pre-firing that. You could absolutely see. Already had the angle looking for the boost. Very well done. That's the sort of trick you can easily get sort of caught off by, because you're expecting to peek a slightly deeper angle towards the catwalk, and then you just walk right into it. Fallen did have the scout, so Naf is still down to 8 health, and we saw yesterday on Inferno, you want to be careful about Fallen and that scout. He really does. He's one of the players that can be just absolutely lethal with it.
Definitely can. Question for Liquid now. You have Naf at 8 HP. You have a man advantage, so you've got to find a position where he can lurk, where he can flank, where he can get an easy, cheeky kill. You don't want him to be part of the main attack force. Nitro's alone with the bomb in those B halls very far back, which is scary. But Twist is right under the window in mid, and he can get that information. He hears Fallen running back towards the hole, calling that out. Bolts and Fur to defend A, Fallen and Taco to defend B.
Again, if it comes into a retake, then SK just won't really have the grenades to try and do this. 30 seconds on the clock, which means they're pretty much connected to or committed to this.
And it all depends. The big fight that we're going to see here is when does Fur get out of connector and actually focus on the A bomb site. That battle with him and Twist is going to be huge. There's the pop flash. There's the entry from Nitro. Great shot. First still looking towards mid, but he loses the battle anyways. Twist brought down to 9, and it's a game of very narrow margins as Naf and Twist with 2 big kills, both dinked, but not able to be killed.
Great patience. Great entry from Team Liquid. I'm really impressed by their style here in the first half, especially after losing some of those rounds, and SK looked like they were going to run away with it. Defying them and taking down Taco. That was the force-up from SK Gaming. They've lost that. They can't buy in this round, and it's the 14th, which means Team Liquid have 6 rounds. They could very well make this 7. I'm just very impressed right now.
They could very well make it 8. This is scary. I mean, you can. If SK wants to fight for this, all they can do is upgraded pistols and armor if they wanted to, and I think they're just going to go with some of the players picking up pistols with no armor. So the next round buy isn't even going to be that good either. Yeah, this is... I mean, Liquid had to really claw for this, didn't they? I mean, that was a big losing streak they were going through, and each round they lost, they got kills, but didn't find the success to win the round, and finally they've done it. One more win, they break the economy.
And they are, you can just tell from the setup that they're anticipating this. They're reading them very well at the moment. Naf, next time he goes for it, he's going to spot 2 people walking into T spawn. And that range of the AK-47, no problem for Naf. What a great call. Team Liquid are doing more or less everything right here. This is not easy, and as we've been saying, against the best team in the world, to pull this sort of stuff off and not get caught is definitely just a really good job.
Well, here comes that split towards the B bomb site. Nice spot from Nitro. Peeks back into Taco. coldzera's here. Forced out by Fire. Fur taking a duel in mid is going to go down. And yeah, this will be that 7th for Team Liquid. They don't lose anyone. And we'll see. They have a chance here to take the lead going into the second half, which would be extremely impressive. M4s are going to be bought up for the SK Gaming set, but again, it's going to be really tough on the nades they can purchase. Taco actually going down to a UMP just so he can have some of that utility. No kits on the SK side.
7-7, all tied up. Steel currently in the lead for Team Liquid, 12 kills, which is definitely really impressive. Tied with Fallen on the other side. Naf not able to hit it. He did get the spawn for middle, so I wanted to see if he could be a little bit quick and try and pick that one up. And then the exchange of grenades in middle to try and see if they could maybe just sneak it a kill somewhere. Fur, is he going to make the jump up? Not yet. There it is. Waited just long enough to catch the timing there. Taking down Twist out of the underpass. Definitely solid kill, and they're going to fall back behind it.
Yeah, Fallen playing a little bit of a bait for Fur, just spamming a whole clip into the smoke. Reloading. There's a kill for Elige. That's onto Fur, and actually coming through the smoke. Steel and Fallen right next to each other. Taco's got one, but somehow Steel has gotten past. It doesn't matter, though, because Bolts is there to help him out. That's from under balcony, and it's just Nitro left. So looking like SK is going to get that 8th round. There's the shot from Taco.
Not bad at all. Yeah, some close and weird fights in the middle, but ultimately SK managed to secure all of that and make it an 8-7 scoreline. So I would say from SK's point of view, getting that 4-round streak, then a 3-round streak, you would expect to end up on more than 8 rounds probably. I don't think they're going to be too frustrated, but I think they probably would have expected 8 or like 10 or 11 rounds or something. I
feel like at this point, SK is not a team that you're going to frustrate with any score, any half. They're going to be fine switching things over. I think Liquid, though, is going to feel very happy, very pleased with that result, all things considered, because in reality, they didn't have a whole lot of success on gun rounds. They only won like 2 full gun rounds and a third that caused the economy to break, but that allows them to really kind of catapult that scoreline together with the pistol round especially. Here's some aggressive play. Elysian Steel rushing up mid. Nitro jump spotting over towards the B bomb site. He's spotted one. They've got to get back to help him out. Steel's going to be there to create a crossfire, and Nitro just has to live, but he's going to stay in the site. Surely they're going to wrap around him, but Naf is here to help him out. Liquid buying time for Nitro, and there's that Molotov. That forces him out into the open, and he can't win that fight. That's why that Molotov is so critical, and Fur on catwalk lurking through the smoke.
So well played by SK Gaming. coldzera waiting in the corner, and that might just close out the round. The kill on Liege, he was going to be the guy to help them out. Naf now trying his best to hit the headshot, but he's going to get taken down. Fur will pick up the double kill. That's a 9-7. Yeah, that one Molotov, like we said, it's going to be replicated a lot. It's just too good.
Yeah, it should be. Absolutely.
And I actually thought Nitro was going to be in trouble earlier. Naf showed up from kitchen to get the kill, but I thought he was going to get flanked anyway. So
I thought it was Steel who was going to have to hit an incredible shot, but he got smoked off, obviously. And then you have Fur watching for someone to push right through that. And he's trying to get involved to help Nitro out, but, you know, it's not all meant to be. Big investment from Liquid. Armor and pistols. 2 Deagles to work with. 3 CZs. No nades whatsoever. And SK Gaming approaching like it's a gun round. Going to force that connector player back. That's Nitro. At the moment, just set up, but actually a heavy lean towards the B bomb site for SK here.
Steel not going to be Too pleased about that. He does have the CSET 75 close range, but have to expect there are going to be a lot of flashbangs in his eyes. And there's the first one forcing him back. He takes down TaCo. That's not bad at all. Would have been great with a second kill. And oh no, Team Molotov there taking down first somehow. Stepping into it, that's a little bit unfortunate. Now it's a 3-on-3 with Nitro finding the perfect timing. If you get the headshot on Cold, everything's going to change. And Cold Zero really uncomfortable, going to get taken down by Twist. Somehow they've turned it around, and now Bolts is the last one left. They know exactly where he is, and he's going to put out that Molotov right away. Wants to stop the defuse. That'll buy him some seconds, but still, there might be time on this bomb even after it's gone away. Trying with the follow-up grenade. They do have armor, so it's not going to kill them, and there's the jump through. Bolts goes down, and they're already on the defuse. What an incredible round here coming out from Team Liquid. Double kill for Nitro. And then, Steel even getting the first one to CSET 75. That was such a great hold.
Yeah, Nitro found that great timing to get right through that Molotov. It was just coming down as he was making his play, and he knew he could beat it. Fallen not ready for that, and Cold Zero then gets sandwiched. Just so, that Molotov kill, the team kill, actually comes back to haunt SK. Because once you start bleeding those kind of players away, there's too many choke points for the remaining 3 players to check. You have to watch almost 4 different choke points, and you're going to get beat somewhere. They're going to reinvest, though. That plant's going to help out. 3 Deagles, Cold Zero, Fallen, and TaCo with those. Fur and Bolts both having the AKs, and that's a nice flash. TaCo is so blind, and he's got no chance.
Good push. Aggressive to take down TaCo, not making them feel all that comfortable right now.
This could end up being a dangerous half. This is where Liquid has been, one of the more exciting teams to watch recently, is they're finding very clever ways to have aggression on the CT side and very clever ways of gaining advantages on the defense, that just being one of them. This will be tough, though. They've got 3 players at the A-bomb site, but they're all in very similar positions at the moment. Bolts, that's the AK-47. The MAC-10 doesn't do great there. Fur with 1 as well, and they've just walked into all these kills. They've been silent the whole way, and Elige, what can you possibly do with this weapon?
Yeah, that's the problem, right? He's going to have to find probably long range with the MAC-10. UMP does get a headshot. There's Elige with 1. Can he get Bolts as well? He will get the headshot! Somehow turning it around. What a great double kill. Elige picking it up. And now Fur. They knew where he was coming from because he already got the first kill, so they know exactly where he is. He does have 40 seconds. Elige going to sneak through the smoke. That's very dangerous. That leaves Steel alone. 1 versus 1. Goes for the fight, and Fur will take both, making it a triple. Turning the round right back for SK Gaming. The power of Fur they can't stop him. 17 kills.
That is such a poorly played 2-on-1 for Team Liquid. Great shots from Fur. Obviously has the information of exactly where Steel is to be able to respond after Elige. But such a blunder going around that smoke. Why is that a play? You're in a 2-on-1, you make Fur get to the bomb site, you make him pick up the bomb, you make him plant it. You can just play passively.
Yeah,
use the time as your ally.
He only had about 40 seconds, so for him to find both the kills, or just 1 and get the bomb down, definitely not easy. Double push in here. Oh, and I was going to say, it was a bit mistimed, but it works anyway. Yeah,
trade is the important part there. Salvage the weapon. So they actually have 2 rifles, 1 UMP. Elige is going to be on catwalk with the M4. Cold Zero is guarding over TaCo, and this is an angle I don't think Elige would expect him to be in. There's a duel here coming, and Cold Zero just barely creeps into view.
Yeah, very well done. Do you think that 2 versus 1 is the one we're going to be talking about, Moses? Is that the round that SK needed?
Yeah. Because if you look at this here, if SK ends up winning this round, if Liquid somehow wins this, they can recover. But if SK wins it, Liquid's going to be in very awkward buying situations, as SK's in very dangerous positions to straight up take the map. Because this is the round that'll break the economy for Liquid. They'll have to save after this one. And then all of a sudden you have SK at 12, and it's not easy. First, still just being a menace. Both sides of the map in mid and connector. He's just like a silent assassin today, hasn't he? Like, he only had 2 rounds of aggression, but he's been great for SK in connector positions.
Could see Twist was feeling uncomfortable about the pushing catwalk, and he wasn't wrong either. Just couldn't really have both those angles. I don't know if anyone has figured out a way to stop him. I mean, just globally, he's just a problem.
It's because every other player in the game, you feel like, goes through like ups and downs and like peaks and waves of confidence, and Fur just doesn't care at all. Like, he'll always be confident, not because he should be, but just because he just doesn't care. And you can't really, how do you kill that which does not care, Anders?
Yeah, I don't know. No one's figured it out yet. It is kind of terrifying. Even spread of kill on the Liquid side. I mean, everyone's really pitching in. They aren't behind because they're lacking that one person who just can't get into the game.
Yeah.
And they're not that far behind, but the problem is really the money. And SK Gaming at 11-8, so a 3-round lead here on the T side of Mirage. Still map number 1, but they must be feeling pretty good. And I do have just a sour feeling that that one versus 2 was the big one. They're all lined up for a barbecue. They're not even going to participate, Moses.
No, they didn't want to be there. Not at all. Nitro with the kill, picks up an M4. If he can win that fight, he can create something, but no armor. He's that MAC-10, just goes to work. Bolts down to 11 HP. Another round for SK, and as I said, they're going to be up towards 12 after this save. Liquid will have to buy into the next round. They'll be missing a couple things, but it should be decent overall. Yeah, that 2v1, Anders. That's going to cause them some headaches later, I think, when they look back on this match.
Absolutely will. And there are some teams in the world where you can make that mistake and lose that round, and then maybe they'll give you one back later on. So you get some.
It's not SK.
It's just not. I mean, I think that's one of the key components of being the best in the world, is that you just have very few of those sort of rounds, and you pretty much always convert any gives that you're given. So at the moment, a 4-round lead. You're right. They did go for a buy. They have no kits, but everything else.
Yeah, they're all right. Steel's missing a couple nades, but yeah, the no kits is the big one. And the Fallen on the AWP is another big piece of the puzzle for SK. Liquid's got to be worried about that. This time they've had some aggression in towards Palace. Taco's playing it pretty cautiously, so Liquid switch things up. They want to take aggression towards mid. I think he's going to fall back, perhaps when that smoke starts to disappear. Twist is still here, but actually they're going to commit to it, so they're loving this setup at the moment. They have to make sure they don't lose that opening fight when they're going to see it, because we saw a couple rounds ago, once coldzera out-dueled Elige on Catwalk, what SK does when they have a man advantage very early on in the round, because they can be so patient, and they can just walk into positions with Fur, with coldzera, with Fallen. And if they have over a minute with which to do that, it's just so hard to stop, because you never know what's coming. You never know how to double up on a position.
Twist was about to be out of position. NaV did take the angle, but SK Gaming, 3 at top mid. There's the good peek from Nitro, taking one down. He's ready for underpass, but first still gets the peek. There was a flashbang there as well. Great double return, Twist, and picking up NaV as well. Not bad at all. So many kills happening left and right. In the middle there, we didn't even get to see half of them, but Bolts now with a 1 versus 3. That kind of defense is always so risky, because you never know if you're going to be looking the wrong way.
No, but that was so cool the way Liquid handled it. All of them on the same page of just continuing aggression. They really decided they wanted to win or lose this round on that fight. Twist is there. Once Nitro goes down, Twist is actually pushing up Catwalk. He continues the aggression, which I don't think SK expected. You combine that with a peek from NaV. He got in a duel with Fur in the underpass, and then he turns around and spins up and peers out towards Catwalk to help Twist. That's really beautiful communication and coordination from Liquid on the D.
I think what you can really imagine is the kind of calling that's going to be coming out from SK as they're coming up to top mid, because they're going to see NaV in connector, and they're going to he's the one connector, and then Nitro gets the first kill, and then they have to call that out. And when that happens, Twist comes in from Catwalk, and like that's just a lot of positions that the remaining SK players have to worry about every single time. And even a team like SK, I mean, eventually there's like almost too much information, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little bit wild. 12-9, and moving into the 22nd round. That AWP on Nitro is definitely interesting. And SK Gaming still keeping it close right now, Team Liquid. They're almost out of money on the Brazilian side here.
This is the round. Liquid has to string these together. SK went on a big run of their own in the CT side. Liquid's got to pretty much do the exact same thing. Let's see if they can. The op on Nitro. It's wild that all 5 members of Team Liquid are within 1 frag of each other. Twist and NaV at 14, Elige, Nitro, and Steel all at 13. Very good coordinated team effort. They certainly haven't lost this because they've been outplayed individually by SK. There's been some strategic losses and a couple mistakes, but overall handling this very well in this quarterfinal. here at StarSeries. Twist is going to rotate into the bomb site as Nitro comes through CT spawn back towards the A site. Felt like they knew what was coming based off some of those nades.
Yeah. 3 men out of apartments is such a risk for SK Gaming, I feel like. If they get the one opening kill, it might be brilliant, but it's going to be risky. There's the deep flash going in, and they catch Nitro. He still picks up a kill and is back around the corner. I feel like he should have been dead. Elige is going to get traded right afterwards. But now that Molotov down is going to buy a lot of time. They can't really get the bomb plant in. Bolts is very low on health in the corner. One grenade, if they had one, it would be great. NaV taking a massive risk, jumping up on that ticket booth. The grenade, it's not going to go far enough. The touchdown not connecting. But all the way over on B side, Cold has snuck in. The bomb is making its way back, and Liquid, they seem to know. But here's the problem. They could walk right into a double kill. NaV jumping out, and Cold will take that kill every single time. Now it's a 2-on-2. Steel kind of ready for it, but the pre-fire is not enough. And Cold turning around. 2 versus 3 into a 1-on-2. And Nitro, what can he even do at this point?
There's always a plan B for SK. There's always a second option, even if you stop them at your first. And Nitro, he has to go for this, and he knows it. No rifles on the way. Got to win that opening kill with the AWP, and Cold... his positioning is just too good, and Liquid get caught. Great defense at the B bomb site. So I agree with you. I don't know how Nitro handled that timing. It looked like he was just going to get straight up punished.
Yeah, you have three men coming out after him. But I mean, Bolt is in the corner of the A bomb site with the bomb on 34 health or something. So if he goes down, then the bomb is locked forever in that A bomb site, and Cold just has to say,
over,
yeah, and that's it. He actually makes it out from behind that corner with the bomb to escape, and I don't know, that's just incredible.
Here's the frustrating thing for Team Liquid is like, it's very easy to look at that round and say, you know, like why wasn't NaV like more cautious going into that B bomb site in this situation? And against like 90% of teams, he can get away with that. And against SK, it is that situation where they always kind of have someone opening up an area on the other side of the map. So it's really, really tough to be aware of that situation at all times.
But it's also when Bolts hasn't been aggressive on the A side for a little bit, there might be a timing inside of NaV's head that says maybe they're rotating B, but he's not thinking maybe they are already in B. I mean, that is somewhat unlikely. Buy comes out from Team Liquid, so really an aggressive situation here for them, but you could kind of understand why. 13 rounds for SK, you want to see if you can make the comeback right now and not later.
That's a cool setup. Nitro pushing underpass. Elige in the window just throws out a flashbang for him to peek. Tries to find a timing of someone from SK. They're going to be very cautious, though. This is not a fast-paced tactic whatsoever. They know they've got Liquid on the ropes, and they don't want to be caught off guard by anything.
Yeah, smart play from the T side. Bolt holding C, or T spawn, in fact, so making absolutely sure that no one's going to be sneaking in. And there's the kill on Nitro. And I think Fallen saw the flashbang into underpass, so he probably could have guessed that someone was there. Like, that's the problem with doing it, is that you might be selling your teammate to say, wait a minute.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense of why you do. I'm not sure if Taco spotted Steel. He might have. There's some spam from Fur. Elige brought down to 90. But they're being forced all out of position. That's a great kill from NaV. They needed that. It eliminates one half of the attack, so they can no longer split that A bomb site. But Steel is still all alone. And we still are not sure if Taco saw him push up. He might be forced into this situation as some of his teammates die, which would be a disaster, but he's holding his own, trusting Twist and Elige.
If he gets the kill here, then the rest of the push might be a little bit weird, although they're looking back towards the A bomb site. Steel will take down Taco. Now Twist has to come up with at least one kill. Long range here against Fallen, and there's just too many targets. Fur coming in to help out is Captain, and that's a triple kill for Fur once again. Elige and Steel, 2 versus 3. They bought into this round. They want something out of it. Quad kill for Fur as they make it a 14 rounds. Again, just one player performing above the rest right now. 23 kills for Fur.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. And he actually had a pretty slow start to this event. Through some of the struggles out of SK earlier, some of the maps that they didn't look as strong, he was a little bit quiet, but he's looking great here. He's showed up. You're not going to keep him down for an entire event, especially one that's 9 days long. You know, he just doesn't stay silent for that long, Anders.
No, maybe he was saving himself, Moses, saying, you know what, you guys take us to the playoffs and I'll be there.
Yeah. Must be nice to have players like that.
Push up to top mid, not bad at all, picking off Taco, and if they can save the AK-47, that would be brilliant into the next round. They are going to need it. That's a shot and a half from NaVi. That was not an easy shot to hit.
No, it was pretty cool. Even Fur dropping him a nice shot in the chat. Doesn't happen every day. 15-9, last chance buy from Team Liquid. They've got to go for it here. This has been a very nice T-side from SK, and this is... It hasn't been like any kind of like wild tactics or strategy. It's just like the way they read the game and the way the timings of different players kind of making their move helps everyone out. So they just work so well together at the moment. And, you know, for a team that came into this event saying Summit was very difficult, we weren't playing well, that, to be completely honest, Summit looked very ugly for them in a tactical sense. This looks much, much scarier. So definitely have made things work here, and now they speed up the process. Fur already leading the way in towards Connector. Bolts and Fallen waiting on A ramp. They want to hit this. Alicia's clearing out Palace, which is nice, and there's 3 defenders here. Liquid has got to hold on to this, and Taco finding that kill could be huge. Twist still on the bomb site. Dueling, cannot connect the headshot, running out of bullets as well. NaV has forced an SK player into Connector, and they're going to lose this A site.
Yeah, Twist trying to stay alive in there. NaV will get one in return, but he's dropped very low and he's boxed in. There's just no chance. It will be 16-9 in favor of SK Gaming as they take down the first map against Team Liquid here at the quarterfinals.